Hi, so now we have everything is working fine, and in the previous lecture we've said that we're gonna add this category page. So when you press on this category you see this and so on. Actually I find it's not useful to be added in this way, so we're gonna change it. So first of all we need, when I press on this mobile, I see after this home all ads IT/mobile and I see only mobiles here, and if I press cars I see only cars here. They can search and so on. So we're gonna do this instead of using another page and so on. So let's add this. So first of all we need, when I press on mobiles, I filter the products using the mobiles and I can see the products definition and so on. So here in our code, let's open our code. And in our view, so we're gonna add something. So we're gonna say there, here after request we're gonna say we're gonna take a category slug. Okay, and we're gonna say that this category slug equal to none, and we're gonna give the models for categories, we're gonna add a slug actually. So let's take all of this copy and let's move down in here. Let's add this. So I'm gonna say slug equal to slug field, and if there is no slug and there is a category name, we're gonna say that self is slug equal to slugified itself dot category name, and this we're overriding the save for slug. Okay, so now let's make migration migrate, because we've added something in our, we've changed something in our models.py. So now we've added a field slug to category. So let's run our server. Let's have an admin. So let's have in category mobiles. So now we have mobiles and the slug is empty. So let's hit save. So for mobiles we have mobiles, and for cars let's hit save. So now we have a slug for cars. So why we're adding slug? We could have used the name or the category name, because sometimes you're gonna add a slug something like electronics and applications or whatever, books, sports, hobbies. So there will be a space and or something, so we need to slugify those names. So now we have a slug for our category. This is awesome. And in our view we said that in the product list we can take a request and we can also take a slug if there is a slug. And if it's not a slug, there is no slug, so we're gonna say none. So first of all I'm gonna say category and category equal to none, like this. Okay, and now I have, so let's take this template in here, yeah, and I have this space. So I'm gonna say if I have a category, if category slug, this. So if I have category slug, I need to filter this product list. So I'm going to say product list equal to, and I'm going to say product list dot filter, and I need to filter those products, and I'm going to say category equal to category. But actually I don't have category because category equal to none. So first of all I need to retrieve the category. So I'm going to say category equal to, and I'm going to say, let's say category list, or we can use the category, yeah. I'm going to say category dot objects dot get, and I'm going to say the slug equal to this category slug. So now we've just added to the product list, if we got a category slug from the URL, and if we got this slug we're gonna filter, we're gonna get this category, and we're gonna filter the product list using this category to get this category. Okay, this is awesome. So now we need to modify our URL. for product. So in URL, we need to add another URL to treat with this new view. So I'm gonna duplicate this, okay, and I'm gonna say product list a category, and in this here we need to add something. So I'm gonna say slug, and the slug will be our category slug. So now we have two URLs that treat with the same view, one for all products and one for category with a slug. So in our view, if we got a slug, we will like filter the products and the category with this slug to get the products of this category. So everything is working fine right now. So let's save this. Let's make sure our server is running. And in our product list, we need to connect this category with a URL. So let's remove this. And let's add our URL as we've learned in Django templates. So I'm going to say URL. And first of all, we need to take the namespace. So the namespace from the main URL is products. So let's review this. It's products. So I'm going to add products. And from our URL, let's go this. From our URL, it's actually product list category. So here we're going to enter product list category. And this URL takes actually a parameter, takes the category slug. So product list, we need to give it this category slug. So I'm going to say category dot slug. And now let's refresh our page. We've got an error. Cannot parse the remainder category slug from product list category. So let's review our code. Yeah, there's a space here. And let's refresh our page. So now we have cars and mobiles. So when we press on mobile, we should see only one product and there is no pagination. And when we press on cars, we should only. So when we press on mobile, we should see iPhone. So when we press, we've got an error, mobiles. Type object, objects has no attribute object. Category has no attribute object. So let's take a look at our view. So this is not object, this is objects. Yeah. So now let's refresh. So now we have only the iPhone without a pagination. And we have slash mobiles. And when we press on cars, we should see the MacBook Pro. So now we have slash cars and we have the MacBook Pro. So now everything is working fine. But we need to add only slash and the name of the category in here. So on our product list, first we in our product list we need to retrieve a context actually. So here where is the context? Yeah, we need to add the category. So I'm gonna say category equal to category. So in our product list, let's go higher. So we have, let's move down. Where is this part? So we have home slash all ads. So what is home? All ads, yeah, this is it. So now we're gonna add another one actually, and here we're gonna say if. We're gonna say if category. There is a category, so we need to show this category. And we're gonna take this, add it in here, and let's save and let's refresh our page. So now we have home all ads course, And if we open mobiles, we're gonna see that we have the real mobiles and we have home all ads mobiles. So now everything is working fine. So let's review what we've done in this lecture. So first of all, I said that in the product list, I'm gonna take a category slug also, not only the request. And I'm gonna give this category equal to none first. And I've said if we have a category slug, we need to get this category using category objects to get this category. And if I got this category, I need to filter the product list, this product list using this category. Then I've added this category to the context. And in our URL, I added a new URL that takes a category slug from us. And this URL is also connected to the product list. Then I give it a name product list category. And in the product list, I said, select your city. So we're gonna fix this actually. So let's move down. Where is our code? Yeah. So in our product list, so I said I've said for category and category list, I give this URL to our category. So I said the products, the name is base, then the product list category, the nested URL on here, this name, category list category. Then I said give it the category.slug. So this will enable us to filter using the slug. Okay. So now everything is working fine. Actually, we need to remove this language. There is no need to this. So let's refresh. And now everything is working fine. We have the categories, we can now work with the categories. We now can see all products, we can see all the ads, we can see only one ad and so on. So we need to change this to be a link to be all ads. So let's change this also. So what is it? So let's search all ads, yeah, and this is active. We need to give it a URL. And in this URL, we're gonna add URL, and we need to open products, only products. And for this, we're gonna open slash, yeah. So now let's refresh. So now we've got an error, products. So let's review our URL, yeah, product list. So now let's refresh. So when we press on all ads, we can see all the products. And if we open mobile, we can see mobile. And if we press on all ads, we move back to all the products. And we have also the definition and everything is working fine. We need also to activate this search so that when we activate this search, we're finished from all of those and we need only to add the user and the post type. So for the search, we're gonna do this, but in the next lecture. See you next lecture.